Alright, so this is a reincarnation reading for Aquarius. This has to do with past lives. This is for fun, not for, fucking gospel. But you can use a lot of these if you use a Ouija board or you like using tarot cards for your readings. A lot of these questions I got from an old box of tarot cards that are antique. I can't use them because like the cards will fall apart and the box will fall apart. But yeah, I like older fortune telling things because I like, just seeing craft work through the ages, just seeing what everybody was up to. But anyway, let's get into the reading with the first one. First question. Who were you in a past life? We have careers in public speaking, pop-up shops, restaurants, startup businesses, the first days of enterprises. You were probably like the idea person and then you got out of it because, reasons. Or you might have been a groupie. You might have been an investor, a long-term investor, and you might have had either chestnut brown hair, brown eyes, humble, loyal, pleasant, friendly, helpful, and trustworthy. And you were probably born around March 11th or through the 20th. So Pisces energy, very, very knowing energy. Like, we need to do this. Like, we need that, and we need that, and we need that. But yeah. Also, there was like a 12-year problem. Okay, so it might have been the 80s. The 80s always had a 12-year problem. Or the 90s. The 90s had that too. But there's also a 12-year problem that happened around like the 1950s. There was a lot of like illnesses and sicknesses around that time, and that's when vaccinations became like a real big thing, a real big issue and a problem, but also a point of relief for a lot of people. So yeah, I think there was like a shortage of vaccinations. That's why it was a problem, but they were trying to regulate all that because the flu was a big thing back then. So number 2. Okay. Number 2 is, were you married in your past life? We have yes, it was middle class relations. So there was no power, there was no Aries Taurus where you wanted to thrive for something different. It was very grounded in simplicity and practicality. So very practical people. So number 3, were you happy in your past life? Yes, you were. Aries and Venus. Aries and Venus means that like your spouse is a little adventurous, I would say, or very, very expressive, I would say. So number 4. Number 4 is, what kind of work did you do in your past life? So superficiality, not getting what you want, cannot handle problems, stinginess, too many materialistic things. So I feel like you probably worked at like a hardware store, or you kind of dealt with things in like the starting range. I'm a Pisces. I don't like technical, like, oh my gosh, I have to rebuild a fucking plane, not that type of thing. So I feel like you're much of the same way in your past life. You're just like, this is too stupid, I'm not doing this. Because I'm a Pisces and an Aries. I would love to do big projects, but I like doing like comfortable projects. Like, I can knit you a sweater if you need me to. I can't, however, build a house. Even though I was trained to get all the materials to build said house, I can definitely order it for you though. But yeah, it's totally funny. But anyway. So let's see. We have number 5. Number 5 is, were you an honorable person in your past life? Yes, you were. But there is no Gemini Jupiter. You kind of don't have Jupiter in your site, so like expansion is kind of hard. Because you don't have a Pisces Jupiter, you don't have a Gemini Jupiter. So, we're just trying to solve a mystery here too, I guess. So number 6, what type of problems and challenges did you face? Spiritual protection, passing calmness, being open to new experiences, mystery, no action, and sexual overtures. I feel like you're uncomfortable with sexuality in your past life. Most Pisces are. I know I am. You can't get into that. So moon and secrets. So you might have been a little gay. Some Pisces are. I, however, am not. It's either I like being around people or I don't. So I feel like it's the same way with your past life. It's either like you like somebody or you don't. That type of thing. Number 7, we have, were you a famous person in your past life? No, you were not. You didn't have a fire sign in any major arcanas, which is kind of hard to believe, but, what am I going to say? Number 8. Number 8, was your health good during your past life? No, it wasn't. You had no air sign in your health area. I think health would be, either 6 or 8. I could be wrong. It could be a different one altogether. But yeah, you had sinus pressure. That's what it's saying here. Number 9. How did you die? You died from a third party. An easy decision to be made. So there was probably an enterprise that was very successful, and they didn't want to split it like 3 or 4 or 5 ways, so they took out a lot of the major players in order to make sure that it was just limited to certain people so they would get the lion's share. So that's kind of what I'm getting here. Because there is no Libra moon, so there's no fairness amongst these people. Interesting. So number 10. Did you have a soulmate in your past life? Yes. No Pisces, Saturn. So, I believe that your person from a past life that you were crushing on, that was your soulmate, was actually somebody else's partner or wife, husband. Because it has no Pisces, so Saturn's kind of telling you the truth, like, you were trying to get with this person's such and such, so they decided to, take care of business. Because you were also in business with this person. There could be some mafia ties, but I don't want to make those ties. So, anyway, number 11. Is your present loved one somebody that you knew in a past life? Yes, it is. No Capricorn sun. High passion. And so I do believe that this is the other person's spouse that you're with now. They got reincarnated as your spouse, so fun. Could be something else entirely, but we're not going to say anything. Number 12. Are you linked to your parents of today from past life? Yes, your parent has a distinctive nose, good reflexes, sharp small eyes, chatty and smooth talker. They could be a Taurus or an Aquarius, or they could also be a Libra for some of you. So it could be mom, dad, or relative, or it could be all the above. Everybody in your family could have just been reincarnated. You guys are the same bunch of people all together. So number 13. Are any other members of your family from your past life? Maybe if somebody in your family has a Libra Jupiter. A Libra Jupiter is kind of somebody who's like either a lawyer or a relative who does fair business. I feel like it's not like craziness, it's like practical businessing or like romance businessing. So it's that type of thing. Romance counseling. Some type of doctor or legal team or something. Number 14. What are you supposed to learn in this lifetime? No Earth, no Winter, no Virgo, no Capricorn, no Taurus. So having kids, getting married, and settling down, I feel like that's a bit of a problem for you, but I feel like that is your quest. So it might be a little bit hard. Your family might be a little bit, you know, a little bit too excited for you to get married. I'm gonna put it that way because the other way is a little bit, cruel and unusual, and I'm trying to be nice today. So number 15. Will you be reincarnated after this present lifetime? A Capricorn and Mars. No. Capricorn and Mars really doesn't want you to get reincarnated. Some of you might, if you have a moon in an air sign like Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. For the rest of you, it's touch and go. It could happen, it might happen. But for the most part, no. But anyway, I think your reading was the most interesting one. Because there could be some rivals that killed you. So that could be mafia related, or it could be business related, which in and of itself should be made into a movie, let's be honest. Because Aquarius isn't one that would like start fights. They're more of ones that would be worried about the bottom line. Most air signs are. Geminis are interesting. They worry about money, but they're kind of ones that are good at sales. Libras are good at talking shop, and Aquariuses are better at experimentation, unique things, or stuff that hasn't been invented yet. So it depends, really. So, but yeah, causing trouble under Pisces, that's pretty funny. But yeah, I think it's gangster related or mafia related, but I could be wrong. However you want to twist your own story, that's entirely up to you. But this is for fun. If you really want to get like technical into your own story, I would encourage you to do your own readings or to use a Ouija board. Ouija boards in a house, I wouldn't do. I would go to like a park or a cemetery and use it because that's fun. I use my Ouija board all the time though. So I get like energy knocks where like things fall off like the table and chairs and things. And like I get knocks at the door. I get the devil's knock at the back door of my house. That is terrifying because it's like a big crash like knock. It's not like a normal like, oh, somebody's at the door. Like it's like da 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 da. You're like, what the hell? It's an earthquake. Anyway. So Aquarius, hopefully this helped you out in some way, shape, or form. If you're doing this with a Ouija board, do it in a cemetery, hopefully so none of the spirits follow you home. Make sure you carry salt, rosemary, and maybe garlic, because vampires could be a thing. Well, I know mosquitoes are a thing, so so anyway, make sure you have fun, find your own past story, and maybe there is a kind of like a guess who of history of who you actually were in a past life. That would be fun to do with a Ouija board, who you were in the past life. But it's whatever you want to do, and then look up that person. That'd be interesting and fun. But anyway, I will see you in the next reading. hopefully everything works out, and take care of yourself, take care of everyone, and do something nice for yourself. Doesn't have to be too nice. It can be like a drink or some food, or just a really shiny new bracelet or watch. I would actually encourage people to get that, it's that new gadget. I forgot what it was called, but it's really cool. You'll see it. It's on it's on the shelf at Target. But yeah, you might want to get that. That'd be a lot of fun. They have a new Switch that's really neat, and it's like it folds up. It's almost like one of those flip phones. It's fucking hilarious. Anyway, I will see you laters. All right, bye.